anything you say can and will be held against you.
You don't need Neil.
In a court of Facebook.
You don't need Neil, huh?
Hello, everybody. I do need Neil, but I can start without him. But his it'll get better. Deb says that all the time.
That's what she says.
Okay. Hello, neighbors. Hello. We are here. Here, I'll show everybody you. We're here at the Allman's house in Manhattan Beach, and everybody's social distancing that doesn't live together. Sarah's behind the tree, and there we are, Cliff and Ellie and everybody.
Hi, guys.
And once we start the music, who knows, maybe we'll attract a few more straggler people. And Neil Gunny went to get a cable that I forgot to use the wireless mic, but that's fine. This other crackly mic will work too. So it's good to see everybody. I'm Dennis. And all right. Oh, and I'm drinking a Moscow Mule.
All right.
Made by Cliff Allman. Thank you, Cliff.
Porch, you're welcome.
Cheers to everybody. Slanchavar to your very good health.
Memorial Day.
This is my first Moscow Mule of, I think, somebody else has to tell me what show this is. 67 or 8, I think.
It's a lot.
67, yeah, you're doing a lot.
Close to 70.
It is getting close to 70. Oh, that's really a great Moscow Mule. It's really, in fact,
He does know how to do that.
I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to, this first song is really close and personal to me, and I think I'll just hum it to myself while I drink this Moscow Mule.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hi, people. Okay. Little Jesse Colin Young and the Youngbloods we start with. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Love is but a song to sing. Fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains sing or make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Some may come and some may go. Surely we will pass. When the one who left us here returns to us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your sister. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Love is but a song to sing. Fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring or make make an angel cry. Though the bird is on the wing, and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your sister, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear this song I sing, you will understand. Listen. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. You can sing along if you want. Come on, people now, smile on your sister, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. I said, come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now. Right now. Thank you, Cleveland. Okay, Neil, let's do this.
Is this long enough?
Yeah, sure. Uh-huh. No, 3 foot is perfect.
That's what I tell my wife.
Okay, we're going to do a quick switch over.
We have a flyover tonight at 6 o'clock.
We do? Awesome. Here? You're amazing, Phil. Wow. You're great at that.
You got the flyover. Oh, good, you made the call. Good.
Let's see. Right at this finale.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
Fireworks, a little flag in the back.
What time's the president getting here?
6:15.
We got to be out of here before that. All right, how's this? Okay. Thank you, Neil Gunny.
That's it?
Oh, yeah.
A little recognition.
So, and this microphone just showed up on my doorstep. I've gotten a little spoiled. If I complain about having run out of Scotch magically shows up at my doorstep. If I brag about how I love Pinot Noir shows up at my doorstep. Anyway, that mic was going, and one guy came up, said, "I'll fix it," which he did for the most part, and then this was on my doorstep. So people are good. People are really awesome. They're also crazy. There's the song. Yeah. If this wasn't Memorial Day, I'd probably be doing songs about drinking like 5 o'clock somewhere. And I got friends in low places, Margaritaville. That'll be for another day. All right, so this next song, I think you'll know too. And I want to just make sure, is anybody looking at the Facebook Live? Is it working?
Yeah, I just saw it. It's on.
Good. Awesome. Oh yeah, there's me. Oh, and it's a lovely backdrop, isn't it? I love it. This is great. Let's hear it. Everybody, let's hear it for the Almonds. Woo! That's spelled Almonds. You got to throw them off the scent a little bit, you know? There we go. So, a couple more. Mm-hmm. Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have faith, you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs if you don't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for no one will know those of your needs if you won't let show. You just call on me, sister, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm just up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me, oh call me, pick up the phone and call me, or text me, call me, send a message and call me. Smoke signals work, just call me. Call me, call me, just call me, call me, call me, call me. If you need a friend, call me. Thank you. So this next song, I'll give it a little introduction. It's a song called "The Great American." It's a song. It was written for me, and I had some participation in creating some of the words because we've done it in so many different situations that the words and meaning have somewhat changed, but the message of the song has always been the same, which is we all have this responsibility as Americans to set the bar high and set a good example and make everyone want to be a great American. And I've sung this song to presidents, six different secretaries of state, including Henry Kissinger and George Shultz and Condoleezza Rice. I sang it to Condoleezza after she and I had just given a concert together with her playing the piano, we brought in a second pianist so I could do this song as a surprise to her. But the message is the same. The very first time I did it, we premiered it, was at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., as part of the National Endowment for the Humanities Jefferson Lecture Series. And Arthur Miller was the lecturer and the awardee that year. And so my good friend Nolan Gasser had already basically written this melody, and we thought, we're going to do this concert together. Maybe this is a good place to present this new song, which didn't have words yet. So we reached out to our friend Jim Sailstrom, and he wrote the words, but he decided that Arthur Miller was blacklisted, and he was at the wrong end of the gun scope for the McCarthy hearings and everything. And basically, he was. It's probably because he was married to Marilyn Monroe that everything else just went to shit. You get Marilyn Monroe, you don't get anything else. It's like, But anyway, we decided, because he stood up to what he felt was wrong and spoke out, this made him no different than any other great American. And so that's really where it started. And then we rewrote the words for Henry Kissinger. I was asked to go back to Cocoa Beach, to Kennedy Space Center, after the crash of the Space Shuttle Columbia. And it was 6 days to the minute when the Space Shuttle Columbia should have touched down. And it was a memorial service on the tarmac, and we were basically in the, the black, the skid marks of the runway where it should have touched down. And there were 7,000 Space Center employees, and we sang this song. And I stayed up the whole night before with another friend of mine, Mark Abshire, trying to rewrite the words to fit this particular situation. And so some of the different versions for Arthur Miller, it was you never turned from battle when a Cold War decree challenged your integrity, your loyalty, but when you stand up for your country, so you stand up then for me. For the Space Shuttle Columbia crew, we said, you lived your lives with courage. Now in glory you stand, and with your wings of freedom, you help us to understand that there's a chance for me, a hope to be a great American. Anyway, so I have no idea what words are going to come out. We'll just see where it goes. That's called the Great American. I think that's the most I've spoken in all of these. You were born out of the vision of the hard-working man, faith in your freedom, pride in the land, and you've captured in our history what it means to take a stand. You are the light that shines in our lives as Americans. And you live your lives with honor, and in glory we stand. Hope and faith in freedom help us to understand that when you stand up for your country, so you stand up then for me. You are the light that shines in our lives as Americans. And all my life I will search with all my might for the truth in the struggle and the hope in the fight. And with your lives you can show me what is right, that there's a chance for me, a hope to be a great American. Ferns and redwoods bathed in light, drops of summer's morning rain. To see a perfect sunset and to live where freedom reigns. There is starlight here from heaven and great honor at hand, brings us together to honor this land. Let us rise to meet the challenge that our destiny demands. We are the light that shines in the light of Americans. And all your life you must search with all your might for the truth in the struggle and the hope in the fight. And with our lives we will find out that it's right, that there's a chance to be, a hope to be a great American. Fields of daisies bathed in light, let's meet again. God bless the great each and every one of you. Thank you. I love this next song. It's from a musical called Chess, and it's a song called Anthem that just seems to fit the time and place. Power may prevail and possess, conquer my country's heart. They rise to fail. She is eternal. How can I leave her? Where would I start? Let man's petty nations tear themselves I'm thirsty. I love it. I reached and everybody reached. It's like we're going for our guns. Thank you. This is just the best. So for all you newcomers, we're also joined by, let's see, about 100 people on Facebook Live. So y'all can say, hey y'all! Hey y'all! This next song is a great song. I love this song. It has similar messages and tones and overtones to this theme, but it's a Willie Nelson song. It's called Living in the Promised Land. Not promised land, promised land. He's good. Give us your tired and weak, and we will make them strong. Bring us your foreign songs, and we will sing along. Leave us your broken dreams, give them time to mend. There's still a lot of love living in the promised land. Living in the promised land. Our dreams are made of steel. The prayer of everyone is to know how freedom feels. There is a winding road across the shifting sands. Room for everyone living in the promised land. So they came from distant isles, aimless woman, faithless child, like a bad dream. Until there was no room at all, no place to run, no place to fall. Give us your daily bread. We have no shoes to wear, no place to call our own, only this cross to bear. We are the multitude, lend us a helping hand. Is there no love anymore, living in the promised land? Our dreams are made of steel. The prayer of everyone is to know how freedom feels. There is a winding road across the shifting sand. Room for everyone living in the promised land. Room for everyone living in the promised land. Living in the promised land. Willie Nelson. If tomorrow all these things were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA, there's a pride in every American heart, and it's time to stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Thank you, guys. Sometimes before I sing that song, I introduce it by just saying that there's a line about, I won't forget, the original lyrics are the men who died, but I think of the ones who died because, you know, as of today, it's men and women from throughout history. But I also think that every single one of us came from somewhere else. There's not a single one of us that can claim original rights to the soil here. So, and I don't think there's really anyone that can claim the right to any soil, but that's for another conversation. But the point is that we all came from somewhere else, and we're here thanks to the blessing and the toil and the risks and the obstacles that our ancestors overcame that brought us to this point, as well as our own toiling and hard work. So I dedicate that song always to all the ancestors that have gone before us that make us as free as we are today. And on this special day, Memorial Day, during this special time, you just can't help but think of 100,000 families that have been grieving over the past, less than 3 months. That there's 100,000 fewer souls on this soil, as well as all the family members that connected to those people. Not to mention all the great men and women on the front lines of the medical, the first responders, our servicemen and women. So this is probably one of the most poignant Memorial Days we'll ever have, hopefully. But to remember all those people when we think of the ones who died, who gave that right to me. As a side story, one of the more recent times I sang that song was in London for Queen Elizabeth, of all people. So that was a challenge, because how do you sing "I'm proud to be American" or "where at least I know I'm free" for Her Majesty. So I did a little bit of tiptoe through the tulips as I did that, but she was very moved and touched by it, and so all was well that ends well. Couple songs left. This next one is a sing-along. Actually, they both are. So you should know the words. There's a flowing theme, right? You can tell. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the golden valley. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. The voice was chanting, the clouds were rolling. This land was made for you and me. This land was your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, everybody. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. Yeehaw! Thank you. This has been fun. I hope you guys have had fun. It was worth it just for the Moscow Mule and this beautiful.
There's more of those.
The more I have, do I collect the cups? I'd like the whole set. I'm getting a little spoiled in my. There should be a set of copper cups on my doorstep tomorrow, I expect. I really have been. Who has not been living in a completely different dimension in the last 2.5 months? Seriously, this is. If you told me I'd be doing this, and you'd be doing that, this is awesome. Seriously, there are some things that we'll remember very fondly of this time, and in fact, a couple of us talking over the last couple of days that when life does get back to normal. Hopefully it's a new normal, a different normal, and things that we learned during this time, because otherwise there's things I might miss that we've experienced, family togetherness, that normally doesn't happen, and I've been through Downton Abbey twice, Ozark twice, Maisel twice. I mean, when else could I possibly do that? Anyway, I want to thank Cliff and Ellie for hosting us in your front yard. You certainly provide a wonderful Cape Cod. We really could just say we're on Martha's Vineyard, and everyone would believe us. I saw something about maybe we lost some video footage or something, but hopefully it all connected. So we're going to close with a traditional closer that you all know the words to, God Bless America. And with that, I raise a glass. In fact, I do this toast from time to time, but one of the people that I have the pleasure of meeting and swapping stories and singing for and learning an Irish joke or two was Ronald Reagan. And Ronald Reagan had a rival who was a very good friend. But they were supposed to hate each other, and both are Irish, and it's just hard for good Irish people to hate anybody. God knows we know how to hold a grudge. But with somebody like Ronald Reagan who could spin a story, he drove Tip O'Neill absolutely bonkers because he wanted to hate him. He wanted to, cut him off at the legs, but they were fast and furious friends, especially after 6. And they were known to tip a glass or two, either in the Oval Office or in the Speaker's office. And one time Reagan looked at him and he proposed this toast. He said, "Tip, if I had a ticket to heaven and you didn't have one too, I'd give my ticket away and go straight to hell with you." Justice Kennedy, Anthony Kennedy, told stories about their friendship, and he said it really did drive Tip nuts. Here's Reagan just charming, and here's Tip laughing and falling in his arms. But then he turned to his guy. He goes, "What am I going to do with this guy?" He really just kind of threw up his arms in exasperation. Anyway, thank you guys. We'll sing together. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Well, you guys keep clapping, and I'll introduce you to all my friends. This is everybody. And keep clapping. Go ahead. You're on Facebook. You have friends watching even. And people will be out there going, "Hey, that's Deb. Hey, that was Neil." All right, you guys. Here we go. Bye, everybody.